Perfect. So in that comfortable seated position, you can sit cross-legged or kneeling, stack the spine up as tall as you can, and rest your palms either face down or face up. Close your eyes. Take a few moments to drop into your breath as we begin our practice this evening. Really feeling that strong sensation of expansion with the inflow, contraction with the outflow. And even when things get a little bit more challenging later on, can you stay with this full expression of your breath? Let's take one more inhale here that fully expands the torso, fill all the way up. Open your mouth, let it go. Connect your palms in prayer at heart center, thumbs rest gently into the sternum. You may take a moment to set an intention for this time on the mat, carrying that with you as we flow. And then beginning to slide the palms together, build some heat in between the palms. Once you have some heat there, cup the palms, hover them over the eyes, and you can release the hands down. Perfect. Let's roll over the legs. And we'll start our practice today in a tabletop position, palms under the shoulders and knees underneath the hips. Nice. So in that tabletop position, you can really push down through the palms. Exhale, tuck and round the spine. Inhale, lift and arch. Just once more. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, lift and arch. Come back to neutral, and then step your feet to the back of your mat. Find a high plank. And still your shoulders are stacked over the wrists. That's it. Now, like we're doing a cat pose, push the floor away. Feel your upper back round slightly. Yeah, you can keep looking down. Don't have to look back at all. Looking down is totally fine. That's it. Hold that plank just for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale to cobra, leading with the muscles in your back, keeping the neck long. Exhale, release to the mat. Tuck the toes, either tabletop or high plank. Hold that plank. You got it. We're not doing too many of these, I promise. I want you to start to feel that heat building in the shoulders and the core. If you just joined us, you need a moment to ground yourself. Totally fine. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale to cobra, leading with the muscles in your back, keeping the neck long. And exhale, lower back down to the mat. All right, inhale, tabletop or high plank. This time we'll exhale and lift the sit bones up and back, downward facing dog. Pedaling out the heels. You can nod your head yes and shake it no. And especially if you've been working different parts of the body, you need to modify, that's totally fine. If you're feeling sore from a workout and you're modifying, that's fine. Inhale, pull forward, high plank. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale to down dog. Last time, inhale to plank. Exhale to down dog. Look forward, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, step or jump, top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale, extending the spine. Exhale to fold. Root down into the feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach for the ceiling, grow as tall as you can. That's it. Exhale, hinge and fold back over the legs. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, place the palm, step the feet back, high plank. We'll inhale, push the floor away, round the upper back slightly. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Sweep the arms back behind you, palms face up. Inhale, lift up, chest, chin, arms and legs. Exhale, lower to the mat. Just once more. Inhale to lift into extension. Exhale, release to the mat. Palms in line with the chest, tuck the toes, either tabletop or high plank. Inhale, downward facing dog. Exhale, sit bones, lift up. Feel the breath flow here. In through the nose, out through the nose. Shift forward, inhale, high plank. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale the down dog. And last time, inhale the plank. Exhale the down dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees, step or jump. Top of the mat. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale to fold. And we're down to the feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Grow tall. This time we'll exhale, draw palms through prayer. Samasthiti. Tadasana. Take a peek down at your feet. Big toes are touching and the knees are hugging in. As you inhale, bend the knees deeply. You might even sweep them out with your fingertips. Utkatasana, chair pose. Adduct to the midline. So we're thinking about squeezing the knees together like there's a piece of paper between the knees and someone's trying to take that piece of paper away. Yeah, find the adductors, the inner thighs. And you hold that chair for 3. Sink a little deeper. For 2. Good job. And 1. Exhale, fold forward over the legs. Halfway lift. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, place the palms, step or jump the feet back, high plank. Again, we'll inhale, push the floor away. Exhale, lower to your belly. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, release the mat. Reach the arms behind you. Inhale, lift everything up to locust. Exhale, release to the floor. Palms in line with the chest, tuck the toes. High plank, inhale. Down dog. Exhale, sit bones, lift up. Keep that breath that we set up at the beginning of the class flowing as we move. Inhale, right leg goes up. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, knee to the nose. Lightly step that right foot in between the hands. Rise up, inhale, high runner's lunge. Nice. Every exhale, think about sinking the pelvic floor and hips down towards the mat. And every inhale, reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling. You get this real push-pull sensation of foundation drawing down and the peak lifting up. 2 opposite directions here. Breath still flowing in through the nose, out through the nose. Hold for 3, for 2, and 1. Exhale, left hand down to the floor or a block. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Twist towards that right leg. And then watch that right hip doesn't come with you. Press the right hip down towards the floor. Turning the chest open. Reaching through the left heel. Noticing the hip extension in that left hip. You look up towards the right hand for 1 more breath. Exhale, release right hand down to the floor. Step the right foot back, bring your knees down to the mat. And gripping the mat with fingertips, shift forward a little bit. Elbow creases turn forward. As you bend the elbow to 90 degrees, the elbows graze the ribs, chaturanga with support. Back up, supported plank. Downward facing dog, sit bones lift up. You got it, that's it. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees, step or jump lightly, top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale, extend the spine. Exhale to fold. Big toes touch, knees hug in. As you inhale, bend the knees, reach the arms up. Chair pose. Nice, exhale, draw palms through prayer and stand all the way up. Samasthiti. Tadasana, palms face forward, shoulders drop back and down. Stand nice and tall. Check that big toes are touching, the knees are starting to hug in. As you inhale, bend the knees deeply, sweep the mat. Utkatasana, chair pose. Find that work in your shoulders in your chair pose as well. When you reach up through the arms, try to keep the head between your biceps. So you get this strong flexion, engagement of the shoulder head. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Fold forward over the legs. Good. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, place the palm, step or jump the feet back, high plank. We'll inhale to push the floor away. And exhale, lower down to your belly. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to the mat. Reach the arms back behind you. Inhale to locust. Lift everything up. Exhale to the mat. Palms in line with the chest. Tuck the toes. High plank. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Keep the breath flowing. You'll have more energy to keep going. Inhale, left leg goes up. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, knee to the nose. Lightly step that left foot between the hands. Rise up, inhale, high runner's lunge. Find that rhythm again here. Every exhale, hips and pelvic floor work their way down towards the mat. Every inhale, fingertips reach up towards the ceiling. Get all this length through your lateral lines, through side body, creating space to breathe. Don't hold the breath here. You're here for 3 or 2 and 1. Exhale, release right hand down to the floor or a block. Inhale, left arm reaches up to the ceiling. Try not to let the hips come up with you. Press the hips down, even as you turn your heart up and open. Strong shoulders. Lots of sensation in the legs. Push to that right heel, extend the hip. Look up to the left hand, one more inhale. Exhale, release left hand down. Step the left foot back, lower your knees down. So if you're having trouble with that chaturanga, it's kind of a pose we visit from time to time in our vinyasa practice. I really want you to notice the shift forward. So if you sit back here and you bend the elbows are going behind the wrist, it's really tough to perform a proper chaturanga. You shift forward and the elbows stay right on top of the wrist, so that when you bend down to 90 degrees, we have all this strength hugging to the midline. Supported chaturanga. Let's give it a shot together. Shift forward, supported chaturanga. Back up, supported plank. Downward facing dog. Hips lift up and back. You nod your head yes, shake it no, you're doing so well. Right? If you're still thinking that chaturanga doesn't feel good, you don't have to do chaturanga to strengthen your shoulders in class. Even that high plank variation we've been doing where you push the floor away, very strengthening for chest and shoulders. Next time you exhale, walk your hands to your feet. Standing forward fold at the back edge of your mat. Got it. Walk your fingertips to the right edge. Notice the sensation you get asymmetrically in your back. And then walk your hands through center to the left edge. You stiffer on the left or right side of your low back. Come back through center, good job. Inhale, bend the knees, reach the arms forward, wide leg chair. So that wide leg chair, a few of us will be able to feel like we can sink a bit deeper into the legs. The hands reach forward for counterbalance, so the bum can reach backwards. And you come all the way down to the thighs are pretty much parallel to the floor. And then hold for 5. Good job. 4, breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Fold forward over the legs. Crawl the hands to the top of the mat. Downward facing dog. From your down dog, we'll lower the knees down. Big toes touch. Child's pose for just a second. Staying long through the arms, through the torso. Flex through the hips and the knees. If you've lost that flow of breath, come back to flowing it in through the nose, out through the nose. You got it. One more inhale. And as you sigh that breath out, we're going to shift forward, lay the forearms down on the mat, interlace the fingers, begin to walk the knees back. If possible, you'll stay in a supported forearm plank. This may be more than enough for you. For others, you'll tuck the toes and lift the knees up off the floor. Whatever version you're doing, try not to just push into the elbows alone. Remember that big fist we've created. Can you push the heel of that fist down into the floor too? Share the load between 3 points of contact with your arms. And separate the shoulder blades, round the upper back slightly. Keep drawing belly and ribs up and in. We're not here forever. I promise. You're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left palm to the floor, push. Right palm to the floor, push the floor away. Inhale. Exhale, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. So that warmth in your shoulders, the length through your torso. Inhale, right leg goes up. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, lift it up. Right knee, left elbow. Inhale to lift it up. Exhale, knee to the nose. Step the right foot lightly in between the hands, and this time come up, inhale, hands to the hips. Hands to your hips in that runner's lunge. If you feel kind of short here with the stance and the front leg's pretty straight, you want to make it a bit longer. You can either step the right foot forward or wiggle or step the left foot further back. Lengthen out that runner's lunge shape. Nice. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Try to look at something in front of you that isn't moving, a drishti point. I tried to look down and see what you guys were up to. Keep going with your breath. And if you lose your balance, it's really not the end of the world. Just find your balance again and try again. Good job. Can you do one more? Bending deeply and straightening. The next time we bend deeply, release the left hand down to the mat. This time when the right arm reaches up, begin to heel toe the right foot back halfway, turning to the outer edge of the left foot. So that pinky side of the left foot finds the floor. There you go. Supported side plank. Push into your feet here. But notice it's not just that poor left palm taking all the weight. Can you push more into that right foot? Can you push more into the outer edge of your left foot? So left side body, get really strong there. One more inhale, good work. Exhale, right hand comes down, step the right foot back. Nice, shift forward, knees down if you need, chaturanga. Inhale to either cobra or upward facing dog. Thighs can stay off the floor if you're choosing up dog. Exhale, back over the toes, downward facing dog. You got it. Inhale, right leg goes up, same leg. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, lift it up. You can exhale, knee to the nose. Step the right foot in between the hands. This time we'll inhale, rise up, reach the fingertips up. Exhale, sweep them back behind you, lean forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach back, lean forward. Last time, inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach back, lean forward. Stay with your arrow pose. Really extend it through the spine. A little more weight in that right leg. You're leaning forward, one straight line. Yes. Can you press your palms up behind you a little bit more, feeling shoulder extension? Feel that heat in the right leg. I know. Stay with me for 3, for 2, and 1. We'll lightly step the left foot to meet the right while you reach the arms up. Utkatasana chair pose. Hello, legs. Sink deeper and deeper all the way down towards the floor. Either use your hands or no hands to sit down to your bum. Perfect. Extend the legs forward as you lay back, bringing your low back and sacrum down towards the floor, low boat. Possible the arms are reaching forward here as well. If you need to support this shape, knees can be bent, hands behind the thighs if needed. Try to use more of that hip flexor and core strength if possible. Still really tough? You can keep the forearms on the floor and slowly try to reach the legs out in front of you. Keep breathing here for 5. Stay with me. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release carefully all the way to the mat. Beautiful work. Once you've softened to the mat, take an inhale. As you exhale, hug the right knee into your chest, interlace the fingers over the shin, pull the right thigh nice and close. Flex your ankles. Lift that left foot just an inch or 2 up off the floor. You'll take an inhale. As you exhale, lift head and shoulder blades up off the mat. Can you take your nose as close to the right knee as possible? If it doesn't touch, no problem. Just keep that connection as close as you can. And then reach your arms forward, maintaining that connection, distance. Breathe, feeling that work in the core and the right hip flexor. Stay with it for 3, 2, and 1. Release, hugging both knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Rock back and forth, massage the muscles running up and down your spine. You can cross the right ankle over the left. Begin to rock the length of your spine. So we use a little bit of momentum here, rocking through a seated position. Plant the palms, step or jump the feet back. high plank. You got it. Take an inhale to push the floor away. Exhale, lower to your belly. Inhale to cobra. Keep the neck long, lead with the muscles in your back. Exhale to the floor. Reach the arms back. Inhale to locust pose. Lift everything up. Exhale to the floor. And sliding the palms in line with the chest. Tuck the toes. High plank. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Sit bones. Lift up as much as you can as the foundation roots down. Carefully walk your hands back towards your feet. Find a standing forward fold near the back edge of your mat. Walk your fingertips to the left edge. Notice the right side of your low back, maybe tell you a story. And then coming back through center, walk your hands off the right side, the left side of your low back, telling you a bit of a story. Back through center, good work. Inhale, bend the knees deeply, reach the arms forward, wide leg chair. Your knees tracking with the toes, the breath flowing here. I know it's not easy, that's why they call it a practice. Stay with it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fold forward over the leg. Call the hands to the top of the mat, downward facing dog. And from your down dog, you can lower the knees down, big toes touch, child's pose. Between sides, just like we did on the first side, noticing sensation. Long through the arms, the torso, deeply flexed in the hips and the knees. Just one more breath. I will exhale, shift forward, forearms stay on the floor, interlace your fingers. Now, notice if your elbows went really wide here and the shoulders crept up towards your neck in that first forearm plank. Walk the elbows in so you're making a nice equilateral triangle. About this distance, if you reach for the elbow, you could reach the elbow here. That's about how far. Walk the knees back, either supported or your full forearm plank. Pushing not only into the elbows, but into the fist as well. Separating shoulder blades, protracting your scapula. Stay with your forearm plank again for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right hand to the floor, push. Left arm, left hand to the floor. We'll inhale, push the floor away. Exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Stay with your breath. Inhale, left leg goes up. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, lift it up. Left knee, right elbow. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, knee to the nose. Step the foot lightly in between the hands. Rise up, hands to the hips. High runner's lunge. And lengthen out that stance. You felt like it's pretty short. So quite a bit of extension through the right hip. Deeply flexed in the left. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale to bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Keep going with your breath. There's no rush here. Really feeling that effort in the left leg. Feeling that effort to stay upright. Noticing a bit of tug into your right hip flexors, especially as you lower down. Increasing the extension of the right hip. You do 2 more. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Next time you bend, release the right hand down to the floor. As the left arm reaches up, wiggle that left foot back halfway. Turn into the outer edge of the right foot. If you're just joining us thus far, we're pretty close to any warm-up that you'd like to do. We've got about 15 minutes left in our practice. Squeeze right side body. Remember to push into your feet evenly here. 1 more inhale. Exhale, release left hand down. Step that left foot back. Vinyasa, Chaturanga to up dog if you'd like. Skip it if you need to. Going right to a downward facing dog. You got it. Inhale, left leg goes up, same leg. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, knee to the nose. step the left foot in between the hands. Or eyes up, inhale, high runner's lunge. Let's exhale, sweep the arms back, lean forward over the left leg. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, reach them back. Inhale, reach them up. This is the last time. We'll exhale to reach them back and stay there. Arrow pose, loading that left leg. Extend it through the spine and the right hip. Press the palms up so your shoulders extend. Breathe. Taking more and more of that weight into the left foot, lightly step, right foot forward to meet the left. Utkatasana, arms reach up, chair pose. Hug to the midline. Sink deeper and deeper down into that chair. Come all the way down to your bum. With hands or without. Good, extend the legs forward, lay back. Your low boat, Ardha Navasana. Of course, you can hold the legs if you need to. If it's not hard enough, we add a little flutter. We're gonna stay in our Ardha Navasana for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release to the mat, soften down. Good job. Take a breath. As you exhale, hug the left knee into your chest, interlace the fingers over the shin. Hold that thigh nice and close. Left knee. Flex the ankles. Put that right foot an inch or two. With the right foot lifted, take an inhale. As you exhale, lift head and shoulder blades. You can get your nose as close to the knee as possible. And if you can't touch, not a problem. You can touch, fantastic. The arms can stay if this is already very challenging. If you have more to give, you reach the arms forward, but keep that connection of knee to nose. Pull for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, hug the legs into the chest. Wrap the arms around your legs, give yourself a squeeze. Rock gently left and right, massaging the muscles, running up and down your spine. You're doing so well, stay with me. Left ankle crosses over the right. You're gonna rock the length of your spine. Using enough momentum here to rock forward, roll through seated, plant palms, step or jump the feet back, high plank. If you'd like one more vinyasa there, you can take chaturanga to up dog. Yeah. Everyone's gonna be a little different. Meeting in a downward facing dog. Good job. Carefully walk your hands back to the feet one more time. When you get there, you can choose either left or right. If you notice one side really telling you a story, go to that opposite side. For me, it's normally my left side. The low back's a little stiffer. I'm walking my hands to the right. For you, if it's the right side, you can walk your hands to the left. Most of us will start to notice we have these little bits of asymmetry in the body, and that's perfectly normal. Beauty is, as we build body awareness with our yoga practice, we can do something about it if it starts to cause us discomfort. Now, one more breath on that side. Exhale, just to let yourself come through center. Inhale, we'll roll all the way up to stand. Head comes up last. You'll find your Tadasana at the back of your mat. Palms turn forward, shoulders drop back and down. Feel solid. Shift the weight towards the left foot, drive the right knee up. You can flex that right ankle, take the right ankle towards the front of the left thigh. Now without turning the hips, pull the right thigh back. Figure 4. Right ankle to the left thigh, draw the right thigh back. Yes, that's it. Now you can keep that as a strong sensation of stretch at the front of the hip if you have tight inner thigh and hip flexors, while we strengthen the back of the hip. If you more need to stretch the back of the hip, keep flexing the right ankle, reach your arms forward for counterbalance, and sink into the left leg. Bend that left knee. You start to notice the back of the right hip get a little bit of a tug. If we're exceptionally tight, probably enough to stay here. Some of us, palms will connect in prayer. Take the forearms towards that right shin. Breathe. You got it. If you've been practicing for a while, you want even more, you reach the arms forward, and you think about your chest trying to find that right shin. So the shoulder flexion, pull for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale to stand all the way up. And exhale to release that right leg down to the floor. You get a little head rush there. Stay with your breath. Really nicely done. We'll try the second side, and just like when we're assessing the stiffness in our low back, you may notice the balance is a little different left to right side. Shift the weight to the right foot, drive the left knee up. Flex the left ankle, take the left ankle to the right thigh, and then pull that left thigh back without the hips turning with you. Hips point forward. Figure 4. You got it. Now, if you're lucky enough to have lots of sensation there at the inner thigh and the front of the hip, stay upright. This is a great place to be for those of us that have that stiffness at the front. Strengthening the back of the hip as we lengthen the front. For more stretch in the back of the hip, arms reach forward for counterbalance. Bend the right knee as you sink down. You feel that start to transition to stretch in the back of the right hip. Piriformis and glute med. At the same time, of course, we're strengthening the standing leg. So we're asking it to hold our full body weight here, not easy. Going further, palms connect, forearms to the left shin. A little more, we reach forward, chest to that left shin. Woof. For 3, for 2, and 1. Inhale to stand up, and exhale to release left foot down. Wow. Tadasana. Hello, legs. Arms reach back behind you. Interlace the fingers behind the back. As the shoulder blades squeeze together, drive that fist down and away, extending the shoulders even more. And then soften your knees. Begin to hip hinge and fold all the way over the legs. Keep the arms. We feel this interplay between tension in chest and shoulders, muscles in our back, as well as the hamstrings. Stay with that stretch for 3, for 2, and 1. Carefully release the arms. Inhale, crawl the hands to the top of the mat. Down dog for just a moment. So we feel that length through the arms, through the legs, through the torso. Some of the space that we've created today with our practice. Inhale to come forward, high plank, and hold your high plank. Push the floor away. Feel the upper back round. Turn all your toes to the right. Reach the right arm up. Vasisthasana, side plank. Press into both of your feet. That inner edge of the right foot pushes down. The outer edge of the left foot pushes down. Not just that poor left wrist. Support it with the whole body. One more inhale. Exhale, roll through center. Right hand to the floor. All your toes turn to the left. Left arm reaches up. Vasisthasana, side plank. Pushing into the outer edge of the right foot. The inner edge of the left. Squeezing right side body here. You're doing so well. Take one more inhale. Exhale to roll through center. Lower all the way down to your belly. Take your time. Perfect. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, come back down to the mat. Once more. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, back down to the mat. Slide the palms out so they're face up next to the thighs. Take the right ear to the floor and relax. Melt into the mat. For a moment or two here. Nothing else you need to achieve or accomplish. Let the body soften. Notice if you've been holding your breath, can you come back to the sensation of breath flowing in and out through the nose? Really nice. The only thing we're going to change here is carefully lifting the head and then taking the left ear to the floor. Torso still in that prone position. We change the torsion in the neck, the cervical spine. You may notice that you brought a bit of tension there to your neck and your jaw. Can you start to let that go? Really nicely done. Come back through neutral. Reach the forearms forward, push, and come up onto your forearms with the elbows stacked underneath the shoulders for Sphinx. Your Sphinx posture, the elbow is under the shoulder or slightly in front of the shoulder. Just like our chaturanga, the alignment matters because this will feel better. Not for a look, it's for the feeling. If the elbow is behind the shoulders, it feels really strained. We have to really strain to stay lifted. But once we stack or slightly forward, it's a bit more comfortable to stay lifted in Sphinx. Shoulders draw back and down, keep the neck nice and long. Perfect. For a lot of us, this will be more than enough extension to the spine and the hips, so you can stay right there for your back bend in Sphinx. For others, because a back bend is about stretching the front, if you're choosing to lift more, it's because you'd like to stretch your hips and front side body more. If you're getting compression, feeling a pinch in your low back, don't lift any higher. Hands can go a bit wider, push into the palms. The elbows may lift if you're looking for that extra little bit of oomph of stretch in the front side body. But you're still a good person if you're not lifting into seal. So I've been told. Stay with me, your version of Sphinx or seal for 3, for 2, and 1. You can carefully come all the way back down. Elbows can go wide, lower to the mat. Trust me here for just a moment. Take the palms in line with your chest and shoulders and begin to wiggle yourself off the right edge of your mat, all the way off the right edge. Reach your left arm forward, and then pushing into your right palm, you'll roll back onto your mat, lying flat on your back. If you trusted me, you've returned yourself to your mat. If you didn't, you've ended up on some Legos. Stay with me. Once you're lying here flat on your back, carefully bend your knees, bring the soles of feet to the floor, feet are parallel and hip width. Walk the heels as close to your bum as you can manage. You can take one of your blocks if you happen to have a block with you. If you don't have a block, a rolled up towel or blanket, even a cushion can work. Place that between your thighs, either the medium or the lowest setting. Everyone's going to be a little different. I'd want you to feel that you're supporting that parallel thigh, parallel soles of the feet by putting the prop between the legs. Press the palms down into the floor next to the hips. And as you inhale, lift the hips up away from the mat. Exhale, lower them back down. Again, inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. And once more, inhale to lift. This time you will stay lifted. Palms can stay where they are or interlace the hands behind the back. Wiggle the shoulder blades together and drive that fist down into the floor. Can you find that same feeling of driving the fist into the floor that you had when we did our forearm plank? Kind of combining that with our forward fold where we interlace the hands behind the back. All of this length into the hip flexors and front side body, not compression into your low back. Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose for 3, for 2, and 1. Release the arms first. Lay the spine down from the upper back, mid back, low back, hips. If you have the block between the legs or the prop between the legs, remove it, take it off to the side. Begin to windshield wiper your knees to the right and to the left, massaging the outer hip. So it's less about how quickly you're moving the legs and more about that little bit of sensation of massage in the outer hip. Maybe some of the tension that you hold there. Glute med. A few of us, just the way our anatomy is, we may even be rolling across TFL, the top of the IT band. When you come through center, heel toe the feet to connect. Allow the knees to drop out wide. Supta Baddha Konasana, recline butterfly pose. If you'd like, you can take props, blocks, blankets, cushions, and place them underneath the thighs for a bit of support if you need it. If you don't need the support, take the blocks off to the side, props out of the way. Choose to either have the palms face up next to the thighs, face down, gently resting into the hips or the inner thighs. Or one of my personal favorites, interlace the fingers, lift the head, and take the hands behind the base of the skull, the elbows dropping out wide. Close your eyes. And as opposed to trying to make the perfect shape, I'd really like to put you in this place of rest, relaxation, calming back down after that strong practice. Maybe in your mind's eye, you take yourself to one of your favorite places. You might even already be there. Just acknowledging the effort that you put into your body today. We'll take one more inhale in butterfly. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Lift your head, release the hands if they're there, close the legs up like a book. Straighten your legs and lie flat, turning the palms face up next to the thighs. Close your eyes, settling in for a short Shavasana, corpse pose. In that corpse pose, nothing you need to achieve or accomplish. See if you can resolve to be still and take rest. If you feel like you need to stay in your Shavasana, well, you're doing this at home. You can stay there as long as you wish. If you're choosing to come back with me here, start by lengthening your inhales and your exhales. And move your fingers, move your toes. Gently turn your head side to side. You can inhale, give yourself a big stretch. And exhale to soften. One more time, inhale, stretch it out. And exhale to soften. I got you. Bend your knees, either roll to one side or rock up into a seated position. Sit cross-legged or kneeling. Sat the spine tall. Close your eyes. As you sat the spine tall there, come back to that flow of breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. We'll take an inhale that expands belly, ribs, collarbone, fill all the way up. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Connect your palms in prayer. Revisit your intention. I invite you to carry that off the mat into the rest of your evening. Thanks for practicing with me. Namaste. I really appreciate you all, whether you're here live or recorded, but especially the two of you that came here live. Thank you, Elizabeth and Smurfette. Only because I can't recognize you through the video screen. I'm sorry if you've been to my class before.
Hi, Jonathan. No, I have not.